Hey, what's up, guys? Dr. Brandon Schreiner here with Revive Chiropractic and Max Living. This is your Revive Chiropractic tip of the week. Every single week, looking to renew hope, rebuild health, and revive your God-given potentials through the 5 essentials of Max Living. And I want to talk about today this concept of excuses, or the crutches of the uncommitted. And so I really can't take any credit for this, but I love the saying. I got to give credit to Roy Hall with the Driven Foundation. I was at one of his leadership conferences and I saw this shirt, and it makes so much sense. And so, over the past, 8 years of being in clinic and seeing thousands of patients over the last 7-8 years, I see a lot of committed people, but then I also see a lot of people that aren't committed, but because of they constantly make excuses, and so they use excuses as crutches, right? And they just don't want to commit to something. So, I'm going to use an example in my own life that I'm kind of going through right now. I often use this, and I'm sweating because I just went for a run. I've committed to running a little bit more, and I probably shouldn't actually be running a whole lot, only because I have 6 knee surgeries, but I have literally rebuilt my knee. I've put in a lot of time and effort into squatting, and if you know me, I'm one of the healthier human beings in the world. I spend a lot of time with the 5 essentials and going deep into those essentials through, mindset, which is why I do a lot of these. Chiropractic, I do my spinal corrective exercise on a regular basis. I get adjusted once a week. I'll do that for the rest of my life. My kids do, my wife do. I eat quality food. So right now we're going through a big challenge, and we're eating good quality, healthy food. But every single day for me, I intermittent fast. I don't really ever fall off the deep end when it comes to nutrition. I exercise on a regular basis. I do a lot of high intensity interval trainings through CrossFit and stuff in my basement. But I also don't put toxic stuff in my body. We don't take medications unless it's an absolute emergency. We just don't believe the body was created that way. We don't vaccinate our kids. I don't get vaccinations. I don't believe that this outside-in approach can make what God has already given us any better. And I don't put toxic stuff on my skin. I don't, wear toxic deodorant. I don't brush my teeth with toxic stuff. I don't, put toxic hair gel in my hair. I mean, it goes to that level. I don't wear toxic cologne. I still smell fine, but I don't wear toxic stuff. So, for me, today I want to talk about this concept of I've been making excuses about running. My wife loves to run. My mother-in-law is a marathoner. My wife's a marathoner, but I just absolutely hate to run. And so I've used my 6 knee surgeries as an excuse not to run. I even told my buddy out in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, that, man, I just don't know if I can do that. But I didn't tell him I couldn't do it because of my knee. I told him I couldn't do it because right now I've committed to other things, and that's different. But for me, a lot of times I just say, well, I hate to run because I hate to run. I mean, it's boring for me. But I oftentimes also make excuses because I've had 6 knee surgeries. I don't have any meniscus in my right knee, but in all honesty, my knee is stronger now than what it ever has been. So there shouldn't be any excuses. I just don't do it because I don't want to do it. It doesn't make me feel good. I'd rather, be in the gym, lifting weights around and throwing heavy things. Running to me is like nails across a chalkboard. Just like handling my finances. Like, I hate to talk about numbers. I hate to talk about finances. And I make excuses because I'm not committed to it. I make excuses about everything that I just don't want to commit to. And so for me, if you're listening to this and you're constantly making excuses about your health, you're constantly making excuses about not having the time to fit and spending time with your family, you're making excuses because you don't have time to wake up early and read your Bible. I mean, those are all just crutches that you've created in your life. And so I pray that you'll begin to take a step back and figure out what's the priority here, and take away the excuses and just commit. It's okay to say, hey, I'm not committed, but don't make an excuse. So this is your tip of the week. Every single week, renewing hope, rebuilding health, reviving your God-given potential. Share this with somebody who you love and care about. Until next week, I'm Dr. Brandon. I pray you have an amazing, healthy, blessed week. Bye-bye.